You are definitely in the right place because this is yet another edition of Real Spill where we go behind the headlines and get you the stories behind the entertainers who keep us glued to our screen. Now, today's episode is particularly special because Real Spill goes international. This guest that we have lined up for today is special, not just because she's been on one of the UK's biggest reality shows, but also because she shares a name that is very close to our hearts. So we are in studio with Love Island UK contestant, and her name is Namibia, joining us all the way from the United Kingdom. Namibia, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm really good, thanks. I'm really excited to be on here. I just never thought that you'd reach like as far as you guys, so it's really exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, let me start by saying you are really gorgeous. And if Namibia had a face, I'm glad it's yours.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so let's get into it. Your name is literally Namibia. What's the story behind
Yeah.
your name?
So, as from like being young, I've been told, basically my mum was watching like a nature documentary, on Namibia, and she just really liked it as a name. And as well with my nana as well, she's always been like it's such like a beautiful word. So my mum just really liked it, and yeah, that's how it became my name.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, when you tell people or when you introduce yourself to people and you're like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Namibia, what are some of the funniest or the craziest responses that people have had after hearing your name?
It's hard. Like I think a lot of it that I get is, oh, that's unusual, or I've never heard that before. That's obviously a lot of people not aware, or a lot of people are all like, oh, like the country, and I'm like, yeah, I'm named after the country. Like people, I think people think they mishear it. Or like again when I get a lot of like I get a lot of Ubers, and if I get like African taxi drivers, they're like literally jumping out the seat. They just can't believe that I've been named after the country.
Hmm. And I'm sure those are like beautiful reactions when, people are excited to hear, especially when you're in the UK and that's not something that anybody is expecting to hear. And then they hear that you're actually from a neighboring country in Africa. So talk to us about, your knowledge of Namibia. How much do you know about Namibia?
Um, I don't know much, like if I'm being honest. Like I do like have always wanted to visit, and I do really want to come, but the main one to me that I'd just love to see in person would be surreal. Is do you know where the desert meets the ocean?
Yes.
Yeah, like that just whenever I see like pictures or see anything online, it just blows my mind. Like it just looks so beautiful. And then the Pink Lake as well. That would be somewhere that I'd really like to see. Like I just think the nature of it all, that you don't get anything like that in England.
That's so
So
true.
yeah, they're like the two main points I would love to see. I think going anywhere in Namibia would be surreal for me because that's my name and I'm named after there.
Yeah, I think we should get that plan in motion for you to visit the country. We
Yeah.
can't wait to meet you and, for you to experience the country that you are named after. So, what have you heard about Namibia that particularly surprised you? I mean, I'm sure you've gone on Google or you've come across, a social media post, something about the country. What is something that stood out that surprised you?
I was, I feel like it's hard because I think the main thing that I've always seen is where the desert meets the ocean. Like to me, that's always what stood out. I've never heard anything else really. I think I'm just fascinated by it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I find it just like such an amazing concept.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. I mean, it's beautiful landscapes. wildlife and so many adventures that you can get up to once you visit. But let's get into your Love Island journey. Okay. So, um, what made you decide to join Love Island UK?
So I got scouted. I didn't apply, and this was the third time that they scouted me over the years. So I was kind of just like, I might as well like just see where it goes. So like then every stage, I was a bit like, oh, I'm actually getting closer. Like I was just going along with it.
Yeah.
So not that I didn't have faith in myself, but I kind of also didn't expect it to happen. So yeah, I just kind of did it for the experience.
So you said this was your third time being scouted. What happened the first two times before you finally decided to join on the third one?
So the first time they scouted me for Instagram, I just had like an initial phone call and I didn't hear anything back. The second time, I think it was last year, January, I just didn't respond to them. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling the vibe. And then this time, I was just like, you know what? You're going to get the one life. I might as well see how far I can get with it.
Yeah, that's a brilliant approach because you don't want to live a life of what ifs or if onlys. So let's get into the moment where you first stepped into that villa. It's such a beautiful space. There's so many personalities. What was going through your mind when you initially entered Love Island?
I was quite nervous. Obviously, luckily I did walk in with another bombshell, so that was nice. But obviously, when we walked in, we'd been on dates, and they shown the dates to the girls. So it was. I feel like I couldn't even really process anything because it was just chaos the minute we stepped in between the boys and girls. I've heard a few people saying in that episode that I was laughing at the drama, which I didn't realise. I think it was just a nervous laugh.
Mm. So, what's something that you can tell us, after you've experienced it? I mean, we only see, what the editors decide to show us. What's something that happens behind the scenes that you think viewers would be shocked to find out?
Um, I think, which I've mentioned a lot, which a lot of people have been shocked at. So when we have lunch and dinner, it's boys and girls separate, and you can't talk about island life. I've I was shocked at it, to be fair, because it's like, how can we not speak about what's going on? Like this is all we have to speak about. Like we can't go on our phones or anything like that.
Mm,
So that was really hard. Or like on a down day as well, it's boys and girls separate. We can't speak to each other, and like when you go to bed, obviously normally you're in your couples. On the down day, you share a bed. Like the girls will share beds with the girls, and the boys will share beds with the boys. I was shocked by that. It was really hard.
mm. So you're in this setting for so long and you're actually genuinely trying to get to know the people that you're surrounded by. Are there moments where you would say you sort of forget that the cameras are there, or is it always playing in the back of your mind that you're on screen?
I think for me, I adapted really well. I'd say after like the first or second day, I just forgot like some of the scenes that have been aired, I wouldn't even think they'd be aired because it was just like a normal conversation. It wasn't any like drama or anything like that. Like I completely forgot they were there because they're just like little cameras. It's not like it's
Yeah.
a cameraman like following you. So I think for me, it was really easy to forget.
Yeah. So, how easy was it for you to? I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to make genuine connections, but you also know in the back of your mind that this is a reality show. So, how easy was it for you to navigate creating genuine relationships and putting your true self out there?
I think for me it's 50-50. I think for me I can only be myself. Like I can't pretend to be something else or someone else that I'm not just for TV. Like I just can't do that. And I think everyone's seen my personality as well. It was hard though in there because when I first went in, the boys didn't actually want to get to know me apart from Sam. So it was a bit hard like, God, I've come on here and no one wants to get to know me. How am I meant to like do this? This is what the show's all about. So it was a bit tricky in that sense.
All right. So, what would you say is, the biggest misconception that people have about Love Island?
Oh, the biggest misconception. Oh, I just sorry, I need to have a quick think. Um, I think a lot of people think it's scripted. I've had that a lot, and I just want to put it out there. It's not scripted. We don't do anything, like we're not told to do anything, or we're not told to say like a certain thing. Like all the conversations that you see, they are just genuinely us talking about whatever it is that's going on or whatever's being said in that conversation. Because I was shocked like at how many people thought it was scripted.
So everything on the show happens organically.
Yeah, like there's no conversations like or like where you said like, oh, you and you go do this. Like we've never, well, I was never told to do something or say like a
Okay.
certain whatever.
All right. So, is there perhaps a funny moment that has happened that maybe didn't make it on the screen that you'd like to share with us, or particularly a memory that you have that you know that's going to stay with you forever from your experience in the villa?
I think for me, one of the funny moments, I think it got shown on Unseen Bits. I remember being stood outside the dressing room and all of a sudden I could just hear like all this screaming. I was like, what is going on? And I think like this really big large bug had flew in and it must have gone on like Ellie's arm and she was literally running all over the house. And I think that got put on Unseen Bits. I was like, what is going on? But because I could only hear it at first, I
Yeah.
was like, what is going on in that house? Like, and then when I realised, that did really make me laugh. She was freaking out.
All right, so your journey is unfortunately over. But looking back, is there anything that you'd say, you know, you would have done differently should the opportunity present itself again?
I think I no, I actually have. I wouldn't change it. I really enjoyed my journey. I think I tried to speak to everyone, like all the boys, on like my first few days, and they weren't interested. And if I didn't try to speak to Lorenzo in that sort of way at the beginning, we never would have had. I don't know if we would have had the friendship that we have now. So yeah, I wouldn't change it.
Amazing. And at the end of the day, you get to walk away with real friendship. All right, we are in conversation with Namibia talking about her Love Island UK journey. We'll take a quick ad break, and on the other side, we'll get into how life has been, you know, navigating the popularity after the show, how this opportunity has changed the way that she sees, you know, dating, love life, and romance. Don't go anywhere.
Do you like traveling?
Do you like to experience new places?
Well, then you should tune into On the Rock, where we explore enjoy establishments all over Namibia and South Africa. Great food, great fun, and so much more. So be sure to mark your calendar as we explore the beautiful landscapes of Namibia at the various enjoy establishments.
And where we also get to go on game drives, different activities, and meet the awesome staff of the different establishments.
We will see you there. Watch On the Rocks every Monday at 9 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25.
We are still in conversation with Namibia, one of the participants in the most recent Love Island UK. So we were talking about, you know, what made you decide to join and how you navigated creating relationships in the house. And right now, I'd like to get into how your life has changed after the show. So, you know, how is it like navigating the limelight that you are now in? Because obviously people are looking, you know, to follow you on social media, to keep up with what you're doing, etc. And you have all these new people, you know, trying to keep up with you. So how has life been like, you know, trying to get back into your normal life, but also acknowledging that, you know, there's a level of popularity involved now?
It's been a lot. Like I've been out like when I was in London and Manchester, like people just stop me on the street. And I think the main weird thing for me is because they were calling me Mibs on the show, it's a nickname of mine, but it's only like my close friends or family that call me it. So then when I hear it like from a random person in the street, it surprises me. That's something that I do need to adjust to. But I've come out to so much love, which I'm so thankful for. Yeah, people have just been really nice. I just find it just mad that people ask me for pictures. Um, but yeah, it's been really nice. I can't complain, to be honest.
Yeah. And you know, we live in a world where everybody is online, and sometimes people are not always nice. You know, it comes with negative criticism at times. So, how do you navigate the negative criticism that comes from people online?
To be fair, I actually, or not that I've seen, I haven't come out to any negative stuff. Like the things that I post, or like the comments that I get on those posts have just been so nice. Like, so luckily for me, 'cause I know it can go either way. Like people can be really nasty online.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, I've not had anything nasty, or I've not had any nasty comments. Which is really nice.
That's brilliant, and I hope we keep it that way. All right, so
Yeah.
is there maybe an interaction that you had with a fan that particularly stood out for you that you'd like to share?
Um, I think to be fair, I went to the McDonald's the other day at the drive-through, and one of the girls on the counter, she like screamed Mibs, and she was like, "Oh my God, like, can I get a picture with you?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." Like, and she was just like, quite a few people have said this as well, that I've represented Leeds really well, and I think that just means a lot. Like from our city to be behind me as well, that's just a really nice feeling.
All right. So, what do you plan to do? I mean, in your capacity, now that you're in the limelight, you have a lot of people keeping up with you. What are some of the things that you would like to do in terms of projects? Maybe hosting, maybe another reality show. What are you looking at doing moving forward?
I think going forward again, a lot of the comments that I get have been like, she needs to be on All Stars, like she needs to do it. So if I got the call up, I'd definitely do it. I think I didn't get long enough on there. One, to just show who I was. Apparently, I was missing the first week, and two, to actually find someone on there, because obviously majority of my time in there was in a friendship couple, so I don't feel like I got like the proper like experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did quite like being on TV. A few people have said like I've got the personality for it. So yeah, I definitely would do more shows.
And we look forward to that. So tell us, I mean, after you've been on the show, you've obviously done a lot of interviews, you've done media runs, etc., and you've also been trying to engage with your new community on social media, and people are asking you all these type of questions. What is maybe one question that you're tired of being asked?
The one question that I seem to like, if I do a question time on Instagram or if I'm on live, the question I get asked the most is who vapes or smokes in the villa? And it blows my mind because like once you lot know, what difference does it make? Like I don't understand. I get
Yeah.
that a lot. And I'm just like, guys, come on. I don't get it.
All right. So tell us something about you that people would never guess. Just a fun fact.
Oh, a fun. I did this on a question time on Instagram actually, and a lot of people were shocked. So when I was younger, I actually did live in Gambia for a while, and I went to school there. So yeah, not a lot of people know that about me. A lot of people were shocked about that.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So, what's something that you're proud of that has nothing to do with television? So, this is just us trying to get to know Namibia a little bit more. What's something that you're proud of that has nothing to do with television?
Um, Something that I'm proud of. I'd say my confidence. Like I think a few years ago, I wouldn't have the confidence to just be like posting online like with no makeup or anything like that. So the fact that I've just grown so much as a person, that is just something I'm really proud of.
Yeah. All right. So prior to, getting into the villa, you obviously try to, prepare yourself for what's coming mentally as well, and just, giving yourself some time to take it all in and present the best version of yourself on the show. So during this time, what would you say was the best advice that anybody in your circle has given you?
I'd say like yeah, the best advice from my close circle, they just said be yourself. Like we all like you for who you are. Like they like that's all you can do, and they just said like I am a likable person, so if you just go on there and be yourself, it'll work out how it's meant to work out.
Yeah. All right, and obviously you have gained, a lot of traction here in Namibia as well. People, connect with you simply because you are named after our country. So for Namibians who might be watching this interview now, and would like to connect with you, etc., what message do you have for them?
I just want to say first of all, thank you for like appreciating me having your name. Like I said, I didn't think it would reach as far. Yeah, I just appreciate all the love, and I just can't wait to come to Namibia. Like I've always wanted to come since being a kid, so yeah, I'm gonna get that in motion.
Amazing. All right, so in your personal capacity, are there any projects that you are working on? Maybe an artistic project that you would like to launch anytime soon? What can we look forward to from Namibia?
Ooh, I think I think it would be more like a TV show that would be coming next, or like maybe my own podcast. So yeah, you guys can look out
Ooh,
for that.
amazing. But if you are starting a podcast, what would typically be your type of content that you'd like to share?
I think it would be. Oh, do you know what? I can talk about anything. So I think it would literally be anything. I can talk. I'm a yapper. I can talk all day. So yeah, I'd literally talk about anything that I felt like on the day. It would be different topics. I wouldn't necessarily want to do like a direct niche, like say just makeup
Yeah.
or something. I think I'd want to do. Yeah, I'd do loads.
Okay, great stuff. And lastly, talk to us about, the highlights and also the challenges of being a public figure.
I think the highlights are obviously it's nice to have like people genuinely like you for who you are and like all the nice messages. But then I think the hard side is like they basically want to just see everything in your life, which I find hard because I think before I was quite a reserved person. I didn't really post unless I was on holiday or unless I was out for dinner. So like now it's like God, people really want to see every living minute of my day. But I suppose that's just it in. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, amazing. Now, before I let you go, we have to do this last segment. This is a this or that segment. So you just need to answer which you prefer and why. Ready? Okay. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset. I just think the vibes of a sunset, I think the sky can just turn like such beautiful colours. Yeah, that sunset all day.
I agree with you there, and I highly recommend a sunset in Namibia. All right, city life
I've
or
seen
yeah, go ahead.
I've seen that they have some of the nicest sunsets, like on TikTok and stuff. I've seen that people say the sunset is really nice. So
Girl, you
yeah,
should
I need to
see it
see that.
in real life.
It's
All
coming,
right.
Esther. It's coming.
All right. City life or beach life?
City life. I'm not really a beach babe. I think sometimes the beach can just be a bit not boring, but there's only so much sand that I can sit in. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I like the city life. I like the fast pace of it.
You don't like sand between your toes.
And then when it gets in my hair, I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god, it's a nightmare to get out.
All right. Heels or sneakers?
Sneakers all day, every day. heels are just they hurt our feet too much. Yeah, I'm a sneakerhead.
Yeah, comfort over
It's just
everything.
easier, isn't it? And yeah, you can get cool sneakers as well. So I think that I just prefer them.
Okay, would you text first or wait to be texted?
I would 100% wait to be texted because I'm one of them people like I think if I text first and I get ignored, that's gonna bruise my ego.
All
So
right.
yeah, I wait to be texted.
Okay, introvert or extrovert? But this is not about you. Who would you rather hang out with? An introvert or an extrovert?
An extrovert, I feel like, come on, let's just get out there and have fun. I'd rather with an extrovert.
Okay, reality TV or scripted drama?
Reality TV, it's just real, innit? And when it's like actual drama, it's like, oh god, like this is actually happening. Like, it's better to know that it's real than just a script.
Okay, and this is a very fitting one because you and I are in different seasons right now. Summer or winter?
Oh, do you know what? I prefer winter in England, I'm not gonna lie. I don't enjoy summer in England one bit. It's just not the same as being on holiday, like going to work in the heat and work clothes. It's like, it's not the same as being on
Yeah,
holiday.
okay. Sweet or savory?
Savoury. I prefer crisps over like sweets and chocolate. I love crisps.
Girl, me too. All right, love at first sight or friends first?
I go for love at first sight because I feel like if the initial
Really?
like, yeah, but like it needs to be initial attraction because I don't think I just don't. I think you can build, but I'd rather not. I'd rather be instantly attracted to you.
Okay, fair. Now, lastly, glam day or no makeup day?
No makeup. I just like, yeah, I prefer no makeup. My hair is slicked back, and life's just easy.
All right, that brings us to the end of our This or That segment. Namibia, thank you so much for joining us on Real Spill. It's been such a pleasure getting to know the woman behind the name. And we can only hope that one day you will swap the UK sunshine for a Namibian sunset. This has been Real Spill. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you again on the next one. Same time, same place.